Hey, this is RJ with Semper Fi Custom Remodeling. I want to talk to you today about bathrooms. So one of the most common rooms people want to update. It seems like the trends, they come and go really quickly, and it's just one we do all the time. So common need or pain that people have with bathrooms, although a small room, it can be a lot of things. You know, maybe they are thinking they want to age in place, and right now it's tub shower combos, something like that, where God forbid someone's in a wheelchair, you know, they're going to have a really difficult time. So they want to remove that, do a curbless entry shower, just to plan for the future, which is a very smart idea if you're planning on being in your home long term. So that's definitely one pain and need we see. Others are just so outdated and people just can't live with them. You know, you see a lot of the old pinks and blues or old tile formats, and it drives people insane. You get the fiberglass inserts from, 30 years ago that are now starting to brown or turn yellow. So I get it. Now, they are one of the most expensive rooms in a house to touch, and a lot of that is because they require almost every single trade. So, for example, a lot of people are putting tile, if it's not tile, it's a luxury vinyl plank or tile. So you have flooring, you have baseboard and trim people, you have painters, you have plumbers, you have HVAC people for your vent fans, electricians. If the outlets are GFCI, they've got to update those to code. So there's a lot of things that come into play here that can make them a little pricier. But just like kitchens, bathrooms are selections driven. So, if you're replacing a vanity, they make great double vanities for $1,500. But I've seen people choose them for $15,000, right? So huge spectrum from a cost perspective and a lot of opportunity to save. Tile being one of the most expensive trades in our kind of region, in our area, that's something where people want these big, lavish tile walk-in showers that you can fit 5 people in. You're going to pay for it. That could easily come out to over $20,000 in tile work. So just know that there are other options. They don't make fiberglass inserts like they used to. It's still, a very great product, easy to clean. There's a lot of benefits. There's pros and cons to everything, but cost savers typically nowadays are something that we are really good at suggesting to people, and there are a ton in bathrooms. One thing we're seeing a lot of is people wanting curbless entry showers. There are a few ways to save here. I think the biggest one is we have discovered a shower system that can get you a curbless entry depending on the specs, but you're set to certain dimensions, but it doesn't require us to fully rework your floor joists, which is really nice. You actually just take the subfloor out, and the tile base actually can slide and sit into where the cutout of that subfloor was. So that's a great way to save, but you're restricted dimensionally. So if you're not okay with that dimension, then yeah, it's going to cost you to lower some joists and play around with the subfloor a little bit. But great room in the house to remodel, great ROI in the long run, and just like a kitchen, you spend time in there, so you might as well kind of make it what you want it.